So what I'm trying to do here is make a circular rug to drape over a chest as the lady ordered it. She wants this heart to go in the middle here of this picture. It's supposed, the end result should look much like this picture. She wants it to match her living room colors, and this blue is too bright. I am now going to make these corners around so that it will be circular in the end. It also means cutting these tracks here, these blue and grey tracks. First trick is to have a straight edge to work with. I learned from my mother many years ago to pull a thread. Now I'm just pulling the fabric along the thread. I've got it here in these fingers. And with my other hand, I'm pulling the fabric along. As you can see, this where it's tightly pulled tightly, that is where the straight thread goes through. And I pulled out the thread, and I'm pulling it along all the way. Now you can see there's a faint line here where the thread comes out and over. So now I need to cut along that mark. Just be careful not to cut the big fabric. Now let's see what happens if I pull. See, I can rip this, and it will automatically rip along the thread, a straight edge. And see, this is how much it was not cut on a straight edge. So I'll just pull, ripping it off. So all of this, I'll keep it. Maybe I can use it for binding. This edge perfectly even. Because if edges are not even, if you're even being just one thread width out, it can be a problem. Okay, I'll sharpen the pencil crayon now. Let's see if this works. I've got this double layer here, as you can see. 4, 14. I could get one more out of here, but not two. 14 and 14 makes 28. And I need 32, so I will do another row along here. Now let me cut out. This is 28 marked on here, so I will. There's another step. This material is the same color on both sides, but perhaps one side is going to fade faster than the other. I don't want to mix them up. I want to have the same side turned out on as the right side. I want to be careful when I'm sewing. So I'm marking the wrong side. This way, when I'm sewing, I can turn over. I will know to put the white mark on the back. There will be a white mark on the back of every single square. Okay, now I can cut off 2 squares at a time. Say I've got 2 squares, 1, 2, and I will cut all 28 squares and then put them on a neat little pile. Okay, now I want to make the large triangles. $14. 16. I can get 16 out of one width. That's 16 of those, and I've got 30 of these. Do I want to make it like this or like this? In the other video, I mentioned that I wanted to see what it looks like if I bring 2 tracks together like this with a peak. So I did 2 corners like this and 2 corners like this. And now I have to decide what I want to do, which way I want to make it. And I want to make it like this, which means I do not need this little triangle on either side of here because these will be squares. So now that's 2, 4. Six, 8. Okay, that is everything for this fabric. The big triangles, the little triangles, and the squares. So with the blue fabric, I showed how to pull a thread to straighten the edge. Now, this is working differently. I'm also pulling a thread, and I tried pulling this, and it just ripped off. See, here's the piece that ripped off. So it's not wide enough, not strong enough to pull. So I have to find a new thread to make the line longer. So what we do is pull this apart gently and find a thread in between here. And there's another thing about this. See, the 2 sides of this are not the same. I don't have to mark the wrong side of this one. It's printed on one side and not on the other, so I will know when I'm sewing.